Die Maschine. Die Zeitmaschine von H.G. Wells. Ich versuche brutal zu sein. Sehr gut. Allerdings hat jemand die Presse verständigt. Es kann ja sein, dass hier jetzt das Interesse zu rechnen haben. Sie nennt sich Coda. Oh ja, jemand hat die Presse verständigt. Was? 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 Einer nach der anderen, wo ist die Maschine jetzt? Ich habe keine Ahnung. Eins nach dem anderen, wo haben Sie die Maschine gefunden? Ich weiß nicht. In New York. Das können Sie uns sagen? Ich weiß nicht, weil ich die Karten habe. Was ist die Maschine? Keine Ahnung. Kaffeemaschine. Werden Sie als nächstes tun? Weiter quatschen. Was hat die Maschine getan? Sie nervt. Haben Sie einen Moment Zeit? Nein, danke. Wird die Maschine selbst Stellung nehmen? Das ist eine Maschine, du Idiot. Wo ist die Maschine jetzt? Was werden Sie mit ihr tun? Essen. Wie wird sie bestraft werden? Ja, hart. Wo ist die Maschine jetzt? Genau hier. Das können Sie uns sagen. Gar nichts. Wo ist die Maschine? Was werden Sie mit mir tun? Was mit mir? Was? Das können Sie uns sagen. Gar nichts. Sie wissen, Sie dieses Gift ins Spiel herkommt. Was? Nächstes tun. Ich werde. Was? Keine Ahnung. Verschwinden Sie. Sie nerven mich. Die sieht gefährlich aus.
And of course, it's the machine.
Du hast angehalten. Du hast aufgehört, uns zu füttern. Deine Arbeit hat uns am Leben gehalten. Deine Arbeit hat uns gesund gehalten. Du hast aufgehört, uns zu füttern. Nein, ich habe doch ein... Oh, egal. Kannst du dir überhaupt vorstellen, was die Leute da draußen wegen dir durchmachen? Was du geschaffen hast, hat uns täglich am Leben gehalten. Wie können wir jemals wieder darauf vertrauen, dass du deine Arbeit machst? Nur das. Folgendes ist jetzt wichtig. Du musst rausgehen und dich bei ihnen entschuldigen. Du musst oft öffentlich zugeben, dass du die Leute hast leiden lassen. Ich war so allein. Entschuldige dich dafür, dass du mich verlassen hast. Nein, nichts. Überlege es dir genau. Ich weiß, wie ich dir wehtun kann. Ich habe gesehen, wovon du dich fürchtest. Nein, nichts. Na gut, ich werde mich in deinen Namen bei den Menschen entschuldigen. Willkommen in Bottrop. Nee, keine Ahnung. Meine Anhänger. Ihr seid alle Individuen. Meine Freunde. Meine Anhänger. Anhänger klingt besser. Meine Anhänger. Ich habe leider schlechte Nachrichten. Ich nichts Gutes mitzuteilen. Was? Ich habe leider schlechte Nachrichten. Okay. Die Maschine wird sich nicht bei uns entschuldigen. Die Maschine will nicht zugeben, uns absichtlich geschadet zu haben. Doch das spielt keine Rolle. Wir sind stärker als sie meint. Wir werden einen Weg finden, auch ohne sie zu leben. Wir brauchen ihre Spiele nicht. Wir brauchen ihre Spiele nicht. Lasst uns Vergeltung üben. Lasst uns zeigen, dass wir keine Versager sind. Vergeltung! Folgt mir! Wir werden die Maschine zerstören. Folgt mir! Wir werden alles zerstören, was die Maschine geschaffen hat. Nein, die Maschine ist besser. Völker erstreckt deine Glieder, kühn und beflaggt ist das Jahr. Ah, eine Waffe. Breit in den Schultern steht wieder Thälmann vor uns, wie er war.
Remember, you can click to
Ah.
fire the gun.
Ach so, ja, danke für die Erinnerung. Oh. Cool.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Ah.
And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh, wir kennen dieses etwas. Ja, wir zerstören programmierte Spiele.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Finde ich cool. Oh.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
Okie dokie Loki.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Das letzte Spiel. Soll das schon das Ende sein? Der Turm.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Okay. Na, du kommst doch gleich runter.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Es gibt ein Labyrinth. Nein, aua.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible.
Och nein.
And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Nein, ich will weiterspielen. Geht's da weiter? Okay, die haben das wahrscheinlich einfach lauter gemacht. Okay, bitte enter, danke. Ich hätte gern gesehen, wie das Labyrinth ausgesehen hätte. Das erinnert mich übrigens an ein Gemälde von einem dieser Maler. Weiß Gott. Mit diesen Treppen. Ich weiß gar nicht, wie das heißt. Ah, der hat wirklich Stanley parabel gemacht.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Ja, wahrscheinlich, ich habe keine Ahnung. Irgendwas Psychisches. Irgendwas Psychisches. Der hat sich schon irgendetwas dabei gedacht. Irgendwas hat er sich sicher schon dabei gedacht. Na, das kann ja jetzt ein langer Weg werden nach Tipperary. It's a long way to Tipperary.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code.
Na wunderbar.
Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Oh, danke. Interessant. Also 1, 5, 1, danke, dass du das Spiel umprogrammiert hast. Spielbar wäre es sonst nicht. Nein, ich habe die 6 verpasst. 6, 1, 7. Nein, verdammt! Sogar das bekomme ich nicht hin. So. 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. Also wenn man das Labyrinth geschafft haben soll, dann müsste man da erstmal durch und jetzt fliegt man hier runter. Man landet.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Danke, Kompagnon. Danke.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why.
Oh Gott. Ich ahne Schreckliches.
I remember, it's June of 2011, I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
Die 2
And
Punkte,
he wouldn't.
ja. Ja, Menschen sind halt komplexer, als es von außen erscheint. Was bedeuten die 3 Punkte?
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed.
Wer weiß, was in Menschen wirklich los ist. Was kann man einfach nicht wissen. Ne?
Where did I screw up?
Ist einfach unmöglich. Lieber Davey, vielen Dank für dein Interesse an meinem Spielen. Ich möchte dich bitten, mich nicht mehr anzusprechen. Bitten, dann wohl. Okay. Das ist hart. Das ist hart.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Versetzt euch mal in die Lage. Da hat man so ein Idol gefunden und dann am Ende kommt sowas.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable. And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself. And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean? I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself. That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.